Hey coin collectors, and welcome to another joint video between the DC Coin World Coin Channel and the United Kingdom Coin World Coin Channel. And this is DC from the DC Coin World Coin Channel, and I've got somebody with me.
This is CC from the United Kingdom Coin World.
And so CC is going to be taking over United Kingdom Coin World and doing videos both with us and on her own. And she brought us this really nice coin from the United Kingdom for our first joint video with the two of us on it. And what did you bring us, CC?
This is a 1900 penny from the United Kingdom, and it's an older coin that was given to me by my Uncle John, who lives in London, and he gave me a collection of coins when I came back last time to visit him.
Now, one of the things that's of interest to me in talking to you is you were actually born in the United Kingdom.
That's right. I was born in the north, but brought up in Torquay.
And is that the one that we talked about? You spell it Torquay?
It is. And
okay.
It stands for Hill and Harbour, so anybody who's from the UK will know that.
Well, I wonder if any American or from the United States has ever pronounced it correctly.
Well,
but
it's a tricky one.
It is a tricky one. Now, this coin was given to you by your Uncle John, and we look at it and we can see on the front that this is the so-called old head Queen Victoria.
That's correct. It's a 1 penny Victoria III portrait, and it's got the old head, and so it has the older crowned and veiled portrait, it's called. So she has her crown and her veil, and she should be facing left with a legend around her.
Okay, and that's this here, and it says Victoria Dia Gra, Brit Regina, Fid Def, Ind Imp. And so as we looked at other coins, this Victoria Dia Gra is by the grace of God, and Brit Regina is Queen of all Britons, Fid Def, and this Ind Imp. What's this Ind Imp for?
Ind Imp is Imperial of India.
Oh, Imperatrix of India, right.
Imperatrix of India.
Yeah, and we also see something way down in there, right here. And we know that is where the initials of the engraver of this coin are. And right. I think we can see, is it a T and a B?
It is a T and a B, and it's for Thomas Brock.
So Thomas Brock engraved this coin. Oh, and I should probably tell the viewers why we have Queen Elizabeth holding up Queen Victoria a little bit here. We have a 3-pence coin underneath because that gives us a better angle for the light.
Right, and we often call that a threepenny bit, and we'll have that on the show at another time.
Okay, and that's all the different sides, the 12 sides or whatever it is.
Right.
All right, so when we look at this one, we see that we don't have a lot of detail. If this was a really fine or valuable coin, what could we see in the detail here?
Well, you would notice that around her neck she has on a necklace, and I don't believe you can see it in this coin, and so that would tell you that this coin has if you were trying to rate it for quality, this would not be as good a quality as some others, because you would be able to see a necklace and a brooch on her dress.
We can see little bits of it there, but
you can see tiny bits, but that certainly reduces the quality of this coin.
Yes, on a good one you could actually see a whole necklace here and a brooch.
Correct.
And then there's also something over here that you can see right on. Oh, and the earring. We can see the earring a little bit on this. And this is a kind of weird thing to me, but is she actually wearing a shawl over the top of her crown?
She's actually wearing, that's called a veil.
A veil.
So she has her crown, and then she has what they call, it's the crowned and veiled portrait, and that's her veil.
So I wonder if she's wearing a veil because like her husband died or somebody died.
Right, that's because Prince Albert died, and she stayed in mourning for the rest of her life.
For the rest of her life. If we tip it up, we see it has a smooth edge. Now, what kind of coin is this? This is a bronze coin, right?
Correct. This is bronze. Yeah, and it weighs 9.45 grams.
Oh, and when we get to the back, it's the seated Britannia, right?
Right. Then you have the seated Britannia, which I think is a little clearer than the Victoria portrait.
Yeah, well, we can see the one behind her in the penny. We can see, well, it's funny, we can see the trident, but we actually can't see it down here, can we?
No.
It's kind of the trident's missing. It's almost like she's holding up like a torch or something without.
Correct.
But there's actually a trident that goes all the way down here, and then down here we see that, what is this here?
This is,
the Union Jack shield, right?
yes, that would be the Union Jack shield.
And
Yeah.
then no lion on this one, and no lighthouse and no ship on this particular
Right, no
one.
lighthouse, no ship, no lion. Not
And-
on this particular one.
And then now we get down to the 1900. And so this seems like it should be a pretty valuable coin. It's 121 years old this year. And if we look, we can see that they made about 33.7 million of them. So what's the value of this coin in the open market if you wanted to buy one on eBay or from a dealer?
Well, it would vary. Obviously, it varies by quality, and that's why we talked about not being able to see those details. So, probably about 81. It's probably worth about 81 cents, really, for one not in very good shape, up to about $4.40 if you had one that was really in good quality.
Boy, that's kind of funny. Of course, back then they didn't do proof coins or any kind of bullion uncirculated sets. So
Right.
you got whatever people saved, and of course they used them all the time.
These were used right up until 1971 when they went to decimal.
So this coin actually was used as a 1 penny coin until they demonetized the old pennies?
Correct, that's correct. And they went to a decimal system, and of course this penny is a 1/12 of a shilling. And so when they went to the decimal, of course the 12 wouldn't work, so they had to change all the coins. And so this is considered one of the older coins, but it was used right up until 1971.
And they were 240 of these to a pound back then,
Correct,
and now there's 100.
right.
God, I mean, imagine having a pound worth of these, 240 of these in your pocket. It's
Right.
not gonna. I know they did have some rules back then where you could only pay for things up to like the value of 3 pounds or something with pennies, and after that you had to give them bigger coins.
Bigger coins, correct.
But this is just so heavy. I mean, it's just hard to.
They are heavy, but if you
Fold.
recall when they were actually at the time period, you could buy a great deal with a penny in the
Yeah.
1900s. So there were a lot of things that were possible to buy with a coin that size, like a loaf of bread. So you're not up until 1971, I don't mean, but in the 1900s and earlier in the 1800s, this would be a pretty valuable coin for a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, it might be, if you could buy a loaf of bread, you might be able to feed your family just by having a penny.
Correct.
And this one clearly got used, and people used it. Now, one of the things that we can't see very well on here is that these actually are beads that go around the edge, but they get flattened down, so they look almost like they're gears. But this is actually kind of a beaded rim here, but they've just all been worn down.
That one's all been worn down, and later in a later time we might be able to show one that has that, so you can see that detail better. But yeah, this coin, if you have it and it's in a better shape than this one, it would be having a little beaded rim around the edge.
Now, we know that Leonard Charles Wyan actually did the back of this engraving, but he didn't get to have his initials on it. So it is maybe the one of the most famous engravings on any British coin or United Kingdom coin, but no initials for Leonard Charles Wyan, so we'll just give him a shout out here. All right, well, this is a great penny, and I'm looking forward to doing more videos with you, and hopefully looking at more of your coin collection. Thanks for bringing this.
You're welcome. This was a lot of fun, and I hope to see you soon again.
And this is, we're saying goodbye. This is DC from the DC Coin World Coin Channel.
And CC from the United Kingdom Coin Channel.
All right. Feel free to leave comments in the comment section, and we'd love to have you like our channel and like our videos.